This is absolutely right. The Torah of Messiah is the equivalent of the Old Testament Torah of Moses. That was for Moses' time. But you and I as Christians are claiming to go by the Torah of Messiah, which is just as sacred, in fact more sacred, even than the law of Moses. So the Torah or law of Messiah is our standard. Those who are without the truth, they're darkened in their understanding, excluded from the life of God. People who are not within the truth, as they should be, as Christians, have their understanding darkened. They're excluded from the life of God. Why? Ignorance. Because of the ignorance that's in them. That seems to put a high premium on not being ignorant, doesn't it? Did you want that verse to say, well, they don't have enough love, so they're not doing well? That might also be true. But this is an explicit statement that your understanding, the Greek word diania, a very highly intellectual word, or lack of understanding, excludes them from the life of God. Well, don't we all want the life of God? Then we better get some learning. People say, well, I read a verse a day, occasionally, if I feel like it. That's not enough. You're not going to learn enough to get the life of God into you. You need to be absorbed in the text of Scripture, like the Psalm 1, which says that people meditate, and I know many of you do, in the Torah of Messiah, day and night, constantly, churning it over in your mind, reading, thinking, discussing. In that way, then, you will not be excluded from the life of God. Isn't that powerful? As heirs of that, I'm expecting us to understand that what the Jews did, which is now out of date, we should be doing now, and we're not doing it enough. The end of that verse says, in them, the ignorance is obvious. They're not doing well. They're alienated from the life of God because of the hardness of their heart. They're stubborn. They're not accepting the truth. They're resisting it. And they become callous. Isn't this a pile up of words?